Time for us then to move on to Trendwheel, that section on the show where the spotlight really is on trends that are heating up within the startup ecosystem. This week we're going to talk about the field of private taxis, where a bunch of technology enablers are really helping accelerate things quite literally. Davina Munro gets us that trend.
In a country where 1.2 billion people take to the streets every day, transportation services are desperately trying to keep pace. But despite the massive swell of mass transport in the country, convenient and comfortable commuting services are difficult to come across. That's when the private car rental industry in India decided to shift into top gear. And one company that's looking to make a dual impact is Veera Cabs. Founded by Revati and Preeti in January 2011, this radio cab service is run solely by women drivers and ensures not just high-quality commuting services, but the employment of women in a male-dominated space.
Driving's been my passion. I found that there was a niche in the market where it was not tapped. There were women passengers who were always struggling to get a good mode of transportation, and we thought we could provide something whereby a woman could drive, and the women who are traveling could also be empowered by having a very safe mode of transportation.
With their current business model, they generate revenues through taxi rentals and through training courses for women drivers. And with more cabs due to hit the streets soon, expansion is definitely the road ahead. Just at the turn of 2007, when the car rental space was riding close to 5,600 crore rupees, party hard drivers made its way into the market. And they decided to take the parallel lane by providing chauffeur services instead of radio cabs.
How it all started was, it was a very casual evening, and we were in a bar and we were drinking, and cops had just become very stringent about anti-drinking and driving. So we were all discussing how do we go back and what's the best option. And so we were like, there should be a company, that provides these drivers. So one of us, that is Ankur, said that why don't we start it ourselves.
Now with more than 300 drivers on call 24/7, Party Hard Drivers enjoys dominating this sub-niche. Their day and night plus outstation chauffeur services has proven to be a sustainable business model and has resulted in a 30% growth for them year on year.
Now the mobile app space is certainly brimming with innovation, and one company that has applied this to their services is Ola Cabs. So now you can not only book your cab on your mobile phone, but you can also track your cab's progress until it reaches you. Oh wow, my cab's here!
Yes, and it was to improve the cab experience both in terms of booking and travelling that led former Microsoft employee Bhavish Agarwal and his college mate Ankit to start Ola Cabs. A business that is now targeting other metros like Delhi and Bangalore to expand its services.
Our focus on technology and our focus on the customer, it really differentiates us from all our competition. Both me and my co-founder, we are from a tech background. We really know how to leverage technology, put that into make that deliver a great customer experience. So we had to really engage with the operators, the owners of the cars. We had to convince them of what we wanted to do, and eventually some of them came on board.
Ola's revenues are made through a 10 to 20% of every rental, which differs depending on the service requirements of a commuter. Taxi services in the country is currently worth $4 billion. The organized segment alone houses nearly 10,000 radio taxis and 25,000 car rental services, the more prominent radio cabs being a mere handful. And despite the nationwide demand for such services and its projected growth of 25% year on year, the only funding has been in carsonrent.com and Meru. And startups therefore unanimously agree that capital resources is a major roadblock.
The investment community is absolutely stuck up that fleet taxis is not a good business to invest in, probably because it's nascent.
The lack of investor interest stems from the high cost and perceived lack of scalability in the offline taxi industry. One person, however, who has seen scale in this sector is Neeraj Gupta, founder and CEO of Meru, the only radio cab giant in India that has made its presence felt in every major city. And viewing his journey in the rearview mirror, he advises that ensuring your services are up to date with evolving trends plays a vital role.
Well, if you have your own funds to start off with, I think that will be really a good way to start off. But I think getting in some kind of loans through some debts, probably some investors who can invest with you. Also, money once taken care of, getting hold of a good technology platform is a must to start this business. And then of course having a very good training program for the drivers, continuous and refresher trainings, keeping them into right spirits is one thing which one must take care of.
With tourism revenues peaking in India, the demand for luxury private car rentals, radio cabs and chauffeur services will in all likelihood see a massive parallel growth.
And with the private cab space being largely disorganized, startups like Ola Cabs are seeing the value in not just aggregating this market, but providing cool technologies to make it easier for the consumer. Chalo, let's go.
And of course, in the next few months, we expect a bunch of mobile players to join this space. Let's take a break here on the show, but coming up. On Starting Up Newswheel, the latest happenings across the startup world.